Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Kyodoka. I'm Ryusei. Today I'll introduce a Japanese traditional sushi burrito, Ehomaki. We eat Ehomaki on the beginning of February, Setsubun. Setsubun is the middle day between 4 seasons, and the first Setsubun before spring is most important. And there are 2 rules of eating Ehomaki. First, we eat Ehomaki facing the auspicious direction. Eho means auspicious and lucky direction. This year, we face to west-southwest. And second, we eat Ehomaki without speaking. If we speak something, the luck will slip away. And in this video, I'll introduce how to cook the traditional ingredients as well. I hope this video will be interesting and informative for you. Yes, let's make it. At first, I'll introduce the order of the fillings. First, tamagoyaki and shrimp flakes, dried shiitake mushrooms, kanpyo, koyatofu, pickled ginger, tuna and salmon, atlas sushi rice. First of all, I crack 3 eggs into a bowl and beat it well. Okay, then I add sugar, mirin, usukuchi, atlas, dashi. The recipe is in the description. I used usukuchi to keep the nice yellow color of the egg. Once the sugar melts into the egg mixture, I'm ready for cooking. Okay, let's cook tamagoyaki. First, I spread vegetable oil. I check the temperature of the pan with sound and pour the egg mixture. I spread it. Once the egg is cooked, I peel off the far side of the egg and roll it to the front side. I spread the oil again and move the egg to the far side. I check the temperature and pour the egg mixture. I lift the egg and spread the mixture below the egg and move the pan to cook it entirely. I wait until the egg mixture is cooked. Okay, I roll the egg. The tip is to swing the pan widely and support the egg gently with chopsticks. If we use chopsticks mainly, tamagoyaki will be broken. Just support. It is important to spread the oil every time. I add a little bit much egg mixture. Lift the egg and spread the mixture below the egg as well. And I roll and return it. This technique is very useful if you add much egg mixture. Of course, you can use a spatula to make tamagoyaki, but if you add much dashi to the egg mixture, swinging the pan is important technique as well. Also, I use the egg mixture once. You can make 2 tamagoyaki with the egg mixture. Finally, I cook the both sides of tamagoyaki like this. This helps to make the shape of it nice square. Beautiful. I transfer the egg mixture to a bamboo rolling mat. Tamagoyaki is done. Once it has cooled down, I cut it into sticks. I trim off the both sides shortly and cut it into 1 cm intervals. And cut it into thirds. Great. Next, I'll make shrimp flakes. Shrimp is called ebi in Japanese. First, I peel off the shell. Okay, then I cut the back side and remove the D-vein. It is an important work to make beautiful and delicious shrimp flakes. I add about 15 grams of sake and wash them well. Washing them helps to remove the smell. Okay, and I get rid of the water from the shrimps. Good. I chop the shrimps using a deban knife. The shape and the heavy weight are good points of a deban knife to chop the ingredients. Okay, done. Then I'll combine the sauce ingredients. First, mirin and sake, light soy sauce, and sugar. At last, 2 pinches of salt. Okay, I started to melt the ingredients. Nice. Then I add the chopped shrimp to the pot. I'm ready to cook it. The level of fire is medium. I keep stirring with 4 chopsticks. The reason I use 4 chopsticks to make the flakes finer. You can use a whipper as well. The shrimp is almost cooked. I simmer it for about 2 minutes to remove the alcohol. Yes, shrimp flakes are done. I'll make simmered dried shiitake mushrooms. These dried shiitake mushrooms are produced in Oita Prefecture. Oita Prefecture is famous for high-quality dried shiitake mushrooms. At first, I'll wash them with the water. It is important to wash them quickly, because if we wash them slowly, dried shiitake mushrooms lose the flavor. Okay, I removed the sand. Then I add them to the water and reconstitute them. The shiitake mushrooms will give more flavor in the cold water around 5 degrees, so I keep them in the fridge overnight. If you don't have a time, you can reconstitute them with lukewarm water for 3 hours. Next day, the water turned to golden brown. Dried shiitake mushrooms release the flavor to the soup. And I remove them. They become moisture and tender. I'll use this tasty soup after that. Let's boil them in the hot water. Okay, I boil them for 10 minutes until they become tender. I cover it with otoshibuta. The level of fire is medium. 10 minutes later, I turn off the heat. I remove them. Okay, I transferred them to the strainer and let it cool. Then I'll combine the sauce ingredients. I add shiitake soup and dashi, mirin, sugar, and soy sauce. The taste of the sauce is a little bit thick. Okay, I add shiitake mushrooms and turn on the heat. Once it boils, I cover with the lid. If you have a time, turn off the heat and let them cool to absorb the flavor to the inside. 3 hours later, I reheat it. I simmer them over high heat and reduce the sauce. We don't use the sauce to make sushi burrito, so I reduce the sauce and thicken it. Okay, I turn off the heat. Yes, shimmered dried shiitake mushroom is done. When it has cooled down, I cut it. I trim off the stem and slice it thinly. The rich flavor of dried shiitake mushroom is an essential part of sushi burrito. Okay, shiitake mushrooms are ready. Next, kanpyo. Have you ever heard and tried kanpyo? Kanpyo is one of the cucumber dish here. It's made in from this. This is produced in Tochigi Prefecture. Over 95% of kanpyo is produced in Tochigi Prefecture. Kanpyo is normally dried and often used for making sushi. I transfer them to the water to reconstitute. I soak it in the water for 1 hour. 1 hour later, I discard the water. And that's the salt. I rub the kanpyo with salt. This helps to make it tender and let it absorb the seasonings well. Okay, and I boil it without washing out the salt. I boil kanpyo for 20 minutes until it becomes tender. 20 minutes later, I check whether it becomes tender. If the inside becomes tender, it's okay. I remove it from the pot. Then, I'll combine the sauce ingredients. I wrote the recipe in the description, please check it. I stir it, and I add kanpyo in it. I simmer it for 15 minutes with a lid. 15 minutes later, I turn off the heat. If you have a time, let it stand for a while. The way of simmering is same as dried shiitake mushrooms. The taste will be better if we make it more carefully. I reheat it, and I reduce the sauce to thicken it. Almost. This way is really traditional, and it helps to preserve it for a longer time because of the thicker taste and less water. Okay, simmered kanpyo is done. Let's cut kanpyo. It is so long, that's why I cut it into same size of nori seaweed. And if it's too thick, we cut it into half or thirds. Good. Next, koyatofu. The name of koyatofu is derived from koya-san, and it was originated in Koya-san. The method of koyatofu is frozen and then dried, so the nutrients are concentrated. Moreover, we can preserve it for a long time. I'll prepare it for cooking. I place koyatofu on a big container, and this is around 70 degrees water. I add the water to reconstitute koyatofu. If we add boiling water, the shape becomes not good. Okay, I soak them in the water for 30 minutes. 30 minutes later, If the inside becomes tender, it is good. Okay. Then I wash koyatofu. I push it in the water. This is helpful for making the dashi clear. The water turns cloudy. Finally, I get rid of the water like this. Okay. Then I'll make the sauce as well. I use usukuchi mainly to keep the white color of koyatofu. The sauce is also sweet taste. Sweetness helps to preserve it for a longer time. I add koyatofu to the dashi. The tip of cooking koyatofu is to combine the seasonings in advance. If we add soy sauce after koyatofu, the color of soy sauce transfers koyatofu. Okay, I cover it with otoshibata and simmer it for 15 minutes. The smell of koyatofu is unique and I like it. I let it cook as well. Ideally, we keep it in the fridge to absorb the flavor overnight. Next day, I push it to remove the water. Then I cut it into sticks. Nice. Next, I'll make pickled ginger. I peel off the skin. This ginger is made in Kumamoto Prefecture. And I'll introduce a Japanese traditional cutting way, hegigiri. This way is good for making the slices thin and even. I move the knife back and forth horizontally. This cutting way needs technique, so it's okay to just slice it. Good. I've cut it. Let's boil the ginger. Nice. I boil it about 90 seconds. Okay, I remove them. Then I sprinkle the salt over them and let it cool. Once the ginger has cooled down, I squeeze out excess water. This is important to not dilute the sweet vinegar sauce. Then add them to a container and pour the sweet vinegar sauce. The recipe is in the description too. I keep the ginger in the fridge overnight. Next day, I remove the pickled ginger and squeeze out the sauce. Nice. And chop it into fine strips. Pickled ginger makes a great addition to sushi burrito. Okay, ginger is ready. Next, cucumber. This cucumber is made in Miyazaki Prefecture. The climate of Miyazaki is warm, so they supply the summer vegetables to us in winter as well. Cucumber is an essential ingredient of this sushi burrito, Ehomaki. It gives refreshing flavor to it and good texture. Good. Next, maguro and salmon. Nowadays, raw maguro and salmon are very popular in Ehomaki. However, I think people didn't add raw fishes. If we add raw fishes, we should preserve it in the fridge. It is not good to preserve it in the fridge to eat more delicious. I'll make the sauce to soak them. I add the sake and mirin and heat it 90 seconds to remove the alcohol. Then I add koikuchi and kombu. Once it boils, I turn off the heat and let it cool. You can like the taste of it, please use it for sashimi and so on. I place salmon and tuna on a tray. I pour the sauce over them. I soak them in the sauce to enhance the freshness preservation. Okay, I soak them for 20 minutes. Meanwhile, I turn over them and soak them more 20 minutes. I let it stand in the room. However, if it's hot day, please keep it in the fridge. Okay. Tsuke maguro and salmon are done. If we heat sauce to sterilize, we can reuse the leftover sauce. Then I cut it into sticks. I use a yanagi knife. Okay. I open the salmon to flatten it. Good. And I also cut it into sticks. Good. Finally, I prepare sushi rice. I add 2 cups of the rice. And I'll wash and soak the rice in the water. Then I add the rinsed rice to the nabe. The amount of the rinsed rice is important. I add 5% less water of the rinsed rice. Normally, we add less water when we make sushi rice, because we'll add vinegar sauce after that. Okay, let's cook it. I cook it over a little bit high heat than usual to make the firm rice. Meanwhile, I'll make sushi vinegar sauce. I add rice vinegar, sugar, and salt. The taste of sushi vinegar is sweeter and saltier than for nigiri sushi, because we don't put soy sauce before eating it. And sugar keeps the moisture of the rice for a longer time. Okay, the ingredients are melted in the vinegar sauce. I steam the cooked rice for 5 minutes. Normally, I steam the rice about 15 minutes, but when I make sushi rice, the time is shorter to make the rice a bit firm. I transfer the rice to hangiri and loosen it. Okay, then I sprinkle sushi vinegar over all. I use a wooden spatula like this to spread the vinegar sauce and mix them. The most important thing is pouring the vinegar sauce while the rice is hot. I add all vinegar sauce and distribute the sauce to the rice. I move a spatula like cutting motion. Please don't knead the rice. Fluffy and not sticky smashy is the best. Okay, perfect. I cover the rice with a wet cloth. I am ready to finish sushi burrito. Please teach me your favorite ingredients. And today I use nori seaweed, which is produced in Ise Bay. Many rivers provide the nutrients to Ise Bay, so high-quality seaweed grows and produces delicious nori seaweed. The feature of it is natural sweetness and thick flavor. I'll teach you one tip to cut nori seaweed beautifully. I put pressure on the knife from above. Never slide the knife back and forth. The front side of nori seaweed is smoother than the opposite side. Please check it. I place wrap film on a bamboo rolling mat and place nori seaweed facing front side down. I put smash on it and spread it. I don't place the rice front side and far side. And flatten the rice. The tip is to flatten the rice evenly and thinly. Okay, like this. Let's place the ingredients on the rice. Cucumber and ginger. Nice. Shrimp flakes. I recommend to place the small ingredients first. Beautiful. Dried shiitake mushrooms. And kanpyo. Koyatofu. I place big ingredients on the smaller ingredients to prevent them from scattering. Salmon and tuna. Tamagoyaki. Finally, shiso leaves on top. The position of the ingredients is very important. Yes, let's roll it. I put a bit of pressure on it. We can see the rice, it is good. I fold the plastic wrap to the front side. And roll it. I push the side like this to make the surface beautiful. Okay. Ehomaki is done. いただきます。I eat without speaking and face to west-southwest. This direction changes every year. I use many ingredients, so it's really fun to eat. I can enjoy different tastes and texture. ごちそうさまでした。It was perfect. If we cut it into pieces, it is easier to cut it with plastic wrap. The tip is cleaning the knife each cut and move the knife widely and quickly. Okay, I hope you will enjoy it. Thank you. Did you enjoy? Today I introduced many traditional ingredients. However, you don't need to prepare all ingredients. I hope you will enjoy sushi burrito with your favorite ingredients. Thank you for watching to its end. I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. Have a nice day. See you later.